Want to see a brand new property that just became property of the year? Now, as we walk into the common area. Common area where you can have a seat here, max relax. That's actually a pretty cool background there. All the different birds have it painted. Now, I love that we have some of the modern splash here, modern looks here. It was just Christmas, literally last week. And as you walk into this area, you also see the co-working lounge here that is open to all residents 24/7. So let's check that out. Now, as soon as we walk in, you're going to have your coffee bar here, print services, open seating. It's actually a pretty cool layout. But just in case you don't want traditional sit at a desk seating, you have some relaxation sitting options here. It's just an interesting looking chair. Actually matches my shoes. That's pretty cool. And so you just get some work done here. Okay. Got sitting areas there. And just in case you need a little more isolation, you do have individual office pods here. Or maybe you can close a door. Take a call, make a call, study, what have you. Pretty simple individual room. Now, as we exit, we were just on the other side there. We have the gym here, but before we check out the gym, let's check out the conference room that also comes with the property right here. Now, this conference room is able to be rented. We see how some of that noise was cut out pretty well, so you do have a good soundproofed enclosed area here. Good seating for about 8 people. If in case you want to have your team come visit you, or if you just want to gather with people that you already work with or live with here on site, you got somewhere to sit. You have a plug and play ready to go television screen here in case you need to do any type of presentations or anything like that for the team here. Not shabby, not bad. And then as we walk out of this conference room here, we are taken to, oh, that's cool. I like that. Just a resident lounge sitting area here. It's kind of like a perfect little comfy, cozy space. Nice wood accent. I like that. That's interesting. case you come want to grab a bite with friends, you have that done here. And then you also kind of have like a entertaining uh, sitting area here, whether you are putting on something or if the leasing team is putting on an event, you'll have that here as well, complete with microwave and a warmer. Definitely have a sink. Love that. Cool. And if you need to display anything, maybe event hosting or sponsoring event details, you can put that there. That's actually a pretty cool mirror. I like that frame. I like the way they designed this place. Now, I know we saw the pool there, but let's go check out the gym since we're still inside. Now, as we walk towards the gym, it is going to come to the mail room area, which again, I think is pretty cool the way they designed everything. I love the fact that they have this kind of like this accent color here that plays against like the darker color there. Cool lights. I just have to touch it. Okay, it's not real. I kind of figured it wouldn't. So if you have allergies, don't worry. You're covered there. It's there for show. Looks amazing. I like how they have the accented marble here. This is just a cool little spot. Coolly designed spot. But pretty typical as a mail room. And then you also have bathrooms in case you're on the go and gotta go, or you're on the way out and need to go. Maybe you're waiting on, a ride share. You do have bathrooms down here, so you don't have to run back up to your apartment unit. And so now, the gym. Now, as we walk in, it's a pretty sizable gym. Nice amount of space. So you don't feel crammed in one little spot. So let's check it out. So at first glance, you're going to have your free weights over here. Simple bench, free pole there. Whether you want to do squats or bench press there, you're covered. And your machines are going to be here. These two here. Well, you see one, but there's two, and the third here. And then you're going to have your treadmills, cardio, bike here with a view of the pool should you want or need the motivation. free free bar there for push-ups or squats. Here you have some accessories plus mats and additional items there. So again, not bad, right? Not bad at all. All right. And speaking of motivation, let's go see that pool. Now, if you're taking a look at this and you're like, man, it's so beautiful out there, Marcus, the sun is shining. Why isn't anybody out there? Well, because at the time of this filming, it's December. And we are experiencing normal Texas weather to where it's cold 4 days, it's warm one day, and then it's going to be cold for the next 2 weeks. And so most times, people just stay inside. But I have seen a couple of people come out in different pools during these times. So some people are utilizing it. But here's the pool area. Nicely laid out pool area. Plenty of seating. Now I know right now we're in the sun, but I'm going to show you some other things there over in the shade so you can see more clearly. Seating here. This water is just beautiful. So blue. Right? Now the one thing that I do like about this pool is that you have kind of like a dual pool area. So we have one stepped up there and we have a drop down pool, a little bit larger pool there, but we'll see each one of those up close. Good seating area, more seating around the smaller pool here. But here's where you're gonna have your cooking area. Plenty of counter space if you're needing to serve or entertain. Grilling section there. We jump a little bit into the shade here to make it a little bit easier for you to see here. Now, have you seen any of my videos before? They are utilizing something that I love in a pool area, and that's when you mix a little bit of green. So you have a full-on tree here, which is awesome. You have a tree they just planted there. So the fact that they preserved that tree, because this is a new property. This was built in 2023, so a little over a year ago. So they built this around two heritage trees. And I think another tree behind there, we'll catch it in a minute. So I love when properties preserve the trees that are naturally here, that have been here for a while here in Austin. And so here you have the elevated pool, or in comparison to the pool that is down there where we were. And you have the cabana areas here, first come, first serve. More seating, as you can see. They probably have that down because they are cleaning it here. So at least you know you're going to have a clean pool. Cabanas here, cornhole or beanbag toss, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to get a little competition in, you got that covered here. And then just a cool little seating area with two more grills, which is actually pretty cool because most times you really only see two grilling options. And here they have three. They have two over here, and then they have the one that we saw right over there. So here's the tree that we mentioned. Here's another one. And then there's a smaller one right over there. We'll check that out in just a sec. But you have seating here in case you are grilling up hamburgers, hot dogs, or anything and want to sit with friends or sit with people that you know or that you invited. Or maybe you're just a good Samaritan and you're just cooking up burgers and you're like, hey, anybody want any food? You got plenty of places to sit. They have plenty of places to sit to enjoy your culinary skills. Plenty of plenty of counter space here on both sides. And thank goodness you have a large trash can that's conveniently located there instead of, maybe like a smaller one and that make it full faster. And here you just have another small little walkway. Again, larger, older tree. They preserved when they built this place, so appreciate that. And then you just kind of have a walkway that goes into each building here on both sides. But from a pool perspective, this is actually a pretty cool layout. And then this sidewalk just leads right to where we came out right there. So we just did a quick little circle around. And for the cooler days, have your fire pit here for those who just kind of like to sit, sip, chill, conversate. You got that there. All right. So we've seen the pool, we've seen the gym, we saw the co-working space. Let's go check out the Sky Lounge. Here is the Sky Lounge. Now, what I like about this is number one, the windows. Plenty of natural light coming in. Great view of the Q2 stadium right there outside. We'll step out there in a second. But you have windows everywhere. All right, so nice sunny day like this. Right now it's a high of 84, 85 in Austin. Great day to be outside. But not only that, and we'll touch on this a little bit here in a second, but I want to show you is that you have some covering. So if you do have a seat somewhere, you have a little bit of shade. But we'll jump out there so that you can definitely see it. But here you have a few games. If you want to just grab one and toss it on the table here, plenty of counter space. If you want to play the games or if you want to entertain, you can definitely do that. Refrigerator, two fridges there, microwave here. Right, little oven there. Plenty of cabinet space in case you are hosting. Additional seating. This is rentable for residents. Now, I know I said the games there can be put there, but you actually have a table here that might be better suited in case you're playing something that is great for the group or good for a group. Sit around there, and then the people who are entertaining can have this section here. You do have a sitting area where we walked in. I know we glazed right over that. But nice, comfortable couch there, leather couch. Ooh, I like this rug. You have a seat, nice size television there. If you also just want to look out while relaxing, you can do so there. All right. This can also be a great work area in case the co-working space may be full that we saw previously. And then we can also head outside. Now, what I do like is that this loops around this entire space. So you have plenty of seating here. If there are any events or anything like that, those windows do open up so you can just have a seat. Either put work with your laptop there, want to have something to sip on, maybe coffee, tea. If anybody's hosting, they can also serve you there. Plenty of seating here. And then you just have like a cool little sitting area for people who may not want a table or a desk, right? Maybe you just want to relax. Put your feet up. Q2 Stadium. If you have people on the patio, this is a nice little people watching spot. But then we're also going to loop around here where you'll see just additional seating. So you have seating here, more, and more seating here. Now this is great if you want to be in the shade because you have this entire wall here that blocks the sun. So nice little area out here. We'll go ahead and head back inside. And if it does get a little hot, you can come right back in to the AC here. I like that wood panel accent there as well. All right. Now, let's go see a unit. Now, this is their A5 floor plan, 720 square feet, one bedroom, one bath, with the with the white and light brown finishes. So let's check that out. So you have like the light brown cabinetry color there, but then you also have like the white cabinets here with the white backsplash. That's all one color scheme. And we'll see in a future unit to where you'll see the marble and the white will be what they call a turtle gray. So we'll see that in a minute. But from a different angle, here's, here's the unit. Now we came in here, and what I love is that you walk in, you kind of have like this mud room area, this mud area, if you're not familiar with that. It's typically when you come in, maybe it's raining outside, you have mud on your shoes, you can come over here, sit down, take off your shoes. You can either put them up, you can put them in there, or you can just carry them so that you don't track mud throughout the unit, right? So I do love that. I love the modern look of this particular unit, but what I want to draw your attention to, which is what you don't see very often, is that if you are on the ground floor, you will get a 17-foot ceiling. If you are not on the first floor, then the ceiling will come up to about this ledge, this little lip ledge right here. But if you're on the first floor, you will have a 17-foot ceiling, which will give you great feelings. And this ledge here is about 12 feet, 11, 12 feet. So just wanted to share that with you so that you know what you're getting into in another unit. Now let's take a look from this particular angle. I love their use of colors. Now, what you're going to get here in the kitchen, pretty standard. You're going to have your stainless steel, right? Your faucets there. You have your refrigerator and freezer there. Stove, microwave. Your cabinets here, obviously. Yes, some of y'all may want to invest in that after a long day. You have your island here, also gray dishwasher there. Modern lights. And we come to a connected one bedroom and bath here. Man, that ceiling height is ridiculous. 17 feet, I've never seen that before. As you notice, you are going to have wood in the common areas. You are going to have carpet here in the bedroom to kind of insulate some of the AC when it's warm outside and the heat when it's cool. You have your closet here where you also have the washer and dryer. So you do have wood there, but carpet for you to walk around in case you're walking around without any socks. Shoes here, two hanging rods on this side, and then you have some additional shelving here, which you can either use for shoes or, as you can see here, maybe towels for your bathroom and things here. You're going to have the deep garden tub with the little elbow rest areas. So, good place to max and relax, chill out. You have a very useful shower head with looks like 1,000 spokes, but you know that's not 1,000. And plenty of space here on the corners for your end of day wine, or if you need a little something stronger, you're covered here. I do like kind of like this bronze polished silver copperish look. That's interesting. I think this is a great option for anyone who may live alone. Perfect for my minimalist out there, or maybe if you're just going to have a place because maybe your job has you travel a lot, has you moving around a lot. This is just a great, comfy size to come home to when you're not having to travel or not having to move around. You just want to go somewhere, kick your legs up, relax in your element. Or perhaps you're a couple who don't need a whole lot of space because all you need is each other. All right. Oh, good enough space there to actually fit a good whole chair there instead of just stools. Use this as a table. I dig it. I like it. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Now, as soon as we walk in here, this is the E6 studio floor plan, 523 square feet. Get your little valet trash bin right there. Slight little hallway here. And as you see, the ceilings are a little bit lower in here because we're not on the first floor. As soon as you walk in, you have your bathroom here, which is a pretty nice size, especially for a studio. You don't lose out on the garden tub. So you have a garden tub here, still with the elbow grooves. So a very similar shower head there. And now we're going to walk briefly. I was going to point out the turtle gray, but we'll get to there's an area where there's a little more light for you to actually see. Now, as we walk, we have kind of like the studio living area here, which loops around. And your kitchen area here, you have a nice little dividing wall here. So we'll just go this direction for this particular tour. You have your stainless steel refrigerator there. As you see now, that's more of the turtle gray that we mentioned. Microwave stove, and more of the gray in a different pattern for the backsplash here, but you still have the stainless steel appliances, right? There's your dishwasher, sink, stove, microwave, and fridge that complements kind of like the darker gray here, or the turtle gray here. Get my hand out the way so you can see it. And with this particular unit, we see that we are right behind Q2 Stadium here in Austin for all of our football fans. And then here is your living space here, which leads right to your sliding door closet, which I think is actually pretty cool. Just in case you do have people over and you don't want people looking at your personals. Bam. Now, perhaps you may want to put maybe like a television here in case you want to put the bed against this wall, or maybe you want to put the bed against here, right? The backboard against that window coming this way. And then maybe having like a little divider here so that if you do want to lay down and maybe you have someone over who is, cooking or something like that, or just kind of sitting up reading, right? Because maybe you continue this dividing section here to kind of divide it just a little bit more. So there's actual an area to where maybe you can lay down and someone else can read or do something here if you don't need that much space. Which then means you can maybe put, I don't know, let's say instead of the television there in that corner, maybe you put it here because you're making this the dividing line. So many different options, so many different things that you can do in this unit when staying in a studio. But we can just get a quick look at everything from where we are. And one thing I do want to point out is because this is a studio, you may be noticing wood throughout the unit. We're not going to have any carpet. Additional closet space here. And you still get a washer and dryer in the studio here. All right, so then with that, one last look here. All right, now let's go. All right, so that's it, y'all. We saw the Bond apartments here in Austin, Texas. We saw a one bedroom, we saw a studio, we saw both of their finishes, we saw their common area, we saw their pool, we even saw their sky lounge. And so, like I mentioned before, this property won Property of the Year here in 2024, and they were just built in 2023. So maybe it's a good option for you to check out if you're interested in seeing something that's going to be close to a dense area like the Domain. If you love football, you're right down the street, literally right down the street from the Q2 Stadium. So give them a shout. Consider them. If you're doing your apartment search and you want a little bit of help, give my team and myself a call. We should have a link in the comments below. Share your information with us. We'd love to help out. And if there's anything I did not cover in this video that you want to see in another video, by all means, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best about getting into the next one. So until we see each other again, stay awesome, stay amazing.